right, we're gonna wrap up the Thallon event today and get him at 5-star perfect souls, 5 red stars. And we're also, in the meantime, gonna open up some legendary forge materials for a relic. And I just gotta give a big shout out to anybody that was able to finish this event free to play or low spend. Boy, this would require a massive amount of resource management, specifically with shards. Like, I think this would be super challenging for shards. I think also what I learned from this event is that soul stones, I need to start treating soul stones like currency, because the part that I fell short, which I wasn't expecting, was the deck. And the way to get through the deck would have been the soul stones. And if in other events I had pursued like these eternal soul stones right here and then saved them not for 2x events, but rather saved them for this specifically, I wouldn't have had to spend on the summit events. Now, the rest of the event seemed relatively straightforward, except for the demon spawn. All I know is horde, and then when a good fusion like this comes along for Thallon, or somebody like Thallon, or Fabian was the last one that was pretty good, you know, having everything saved up, ready to go, and I will definitely be hoarding more and more. Now, a couple things, link in the description if you want to download Raid Shadow Legends QR code. You're going to get Corrado in 3 epics. Then, if you're watching this video before the end of June, promo code Monkey King in the first 24 hours is the way to go. Then you get legendary Sun Wukong. Now, if you're watching this video in July, you're going to use the promo code Demon Slayer, one word, and that'll get you Thallon. Thallon is the character that we're discussing here today. This is Thallon, and this is who we're attempting to get this 5 red star perfect soul. So what's happening right now is, in the background, I have some battles running, and I'm trying to get to 7,100 points. Currently, I'm at 6,591. So I'm running a ton of campaign 12-3 brutal. It's running right now, and this is going to deplete. I think I had thousands and thousands of core, 4,000 or 5,000 cores, or not cores, they're called gems in this game, before I started this event, and I just have depleted everything. I'm kind of worried that the next fusion will be sooner than later, and it'll be good. Now, if the next fusion is bad, then we're okay, right? Then I could just like chill out for a little bit and let that go. Now, in the meantime, while we're letting that happen, I want to open up some of these forge materials, and my plan of attack on these is to never mix rarities. I'm going to attempt to only do rares with rares and legendaries with legendaries. So like you can see right here, you know, what happened. That was weird. It just disappeared them, right? They just disappear? Or are they going to be back? There they are. So like you can see right here, you know, that's 83. Like if I just do rares, right? 83%. And then 15% chance of an epic. And then if I put in the epics, you know, which I have enough for one of those, you know, then that chance goes up quite a bit right here. 35%, 4% for legendary, a point nothing percent. What is that? 1 in 2,000? My quick math of giving mythical. I have no mythicals at all. I don't even think I've seen mythical crafting materials. Now, this is a little bit more, you know, optimistic, 40% chance of a legendary. And I have pulled a legendary before on this, and that felt really good. It was the one that they gave away for free, and now I have 2 of them. The one that gives extra speed, it's arena lead, and it kind of shoots back the stuns on a random chance. A great one. I have it on 2 of my arena champions. So let's just do some relic crafting, and we're gonna do a couple of these rare ones first. This is probably, this in the book are probably the 2 best rares. Crit damage, I use this on almost every damage dealer unless I have something better. Crit damage is great. Ignoring defense, I think, is a little bit better, but as far as stats go, I think ignore defense is probably one of the better ones. Molten Death Bell, yeah. I mean, this is very situational. It's accuracy, which is always good. Whereas turn meter increases by 10% when applying stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, petrification, and sheep. So there's a couple characters that do a lot of that, and they get 10% turn meter. Like Fabian was a good one for here. This is good on certain characters that apply a lot of fears. I see a lot of characters that put out fears, so they're going to get the extra turn meter, and that's fantastic. There's some characters that do freeze, and they'd be a good candidate. And then accuracy is, I want to say, second best stat in the game. Second only to speed, maybe. I mean, I can't underestimate how important it is. Now, I don't know if it matters to mix these or not. I've never bothered, but I just know not to mix the rarities. So, rares with rares, I don't want it. Okay, so this is the book. This is probably my favorite rare right here. Wear heals and turn meter increases applied to allies are boosted by 15%. So pretty much any character that does healing or turn meter manipulation is good to go with this one here. This is probably my favorite rare, second only. Now, let's do an epic. And I'm not sure what we're going to get here. Okay, I've not seen this one before. Scroll of Unseen. It's attack based. Wears damage increases by 1%. Each time or any other champion takes a turn when the wearer is under a veil or perfect veil buff, stacks up to 30%. Damage bonus resets after the wearer takes a turn. That is so situationally useful. Holy moly. I mean, I just don't know how you get that up to a number. Like, at best, it's like 5%. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then for this one right here. Oh, that's really weird. This is kind of bugged out. I don't want to chance it. Let's back out of it and let it reset. Relic crafting. 1, 2. All right. I don't like how it just disappears there. That's really weird. Feels like the UI is a little bit bugged there. 40% essentially of getting a legendary or a mythical. Where's defense increased by 1% each time they receive damage. So essentially over time they'll get 10% on the longer boss fights. This is fine. This is okay. I don't think this is anything great. Kind of disappointing actually. If I look at the entirety of what I opened right now, a lot of sadness there, a lot of disappointments. All right, let's go to the events and look at where we are on this. We're doing champion training. We have a bunch of stuff going. We are at 7,100. We're almost there. We are at 7,083. We're trying to get to 7,100. So that will be any moment. And the way that I go to see how it's coming along is I typically go into the Guardian ring and I hit select champion. And then I scroll down and I can see what's going along. All right, these guys are moving up. What else did well, we got some other 3s. So it'll run in the background after we upgrade this. I think the primary place that I'm going to use Thallon is Hydra. I kind of already have done my Hydra for the week. But I did use him. Well, here, I'll showcase that. At a 3, right? I did use Thallon and Hydra, and he did fine. He was, I'm not doing all of the good stuff, but I did get use out of Thallon. Let's see here. I had a couple people that did. Look, that was great damage right there. Look, he did the second most damage on the team. Oh, Ninja did all the damage there, frankly. But I used him too. Let's see. Oh, there he is right there, Thallon. And this was a 3. And he did as much damage as Cheshire Cat. And I'm sure he gets 5. And I don't have the best gear on him, but he seems very effective inside of inside of Hydra. I think that's where I'm going to get the most use out of him for sure. Let's go in and awaken him. And we will, and then let's see, what? Demon Slayer event? All right, we'll collect it right there. Taughten, wow, we're done. Finally, this was a monster. Now, as soon as I can make a video about getting that done, or about like crazy damage with him, I will. If where are you using him? I think Chimera. I want to try him in Chimera also. I think Chimera is a good place to use him in. Let's put the Altar of Souls. Let's awaken him. There we go. And that'll help the Coalition event too, right? So we'll get more deliciousness. I don't have him fully. I don't have the masteries all done on him. I do have the books, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So that also gives me some more rewards here inside of this. This is where I've been getting some amazing crafting relic materials. It's been pretty good. Oh, I could always use those, right? Yeah. So I mean, this is great. But yeah, I'm planning on using him mostly in Hydra, and I haven't thought too much. Wow, he's in my second. Is he higher than Alice? 96,000. Wow, 113,000. Wow. He is my second strongest champion other than Mikage. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm using that one there. That's the crit damage one, right? And then I got him fully booked. Nature's Wrath gives him what? An extra increases the damage inflicted by this champion by 3% for every debuff they play successfully, up to 15%. So he's going to ramp up his damage by 15% over the course of Hydra. And the way that I had it before was only 8% because he was only 3. So I essentially got some extra HP for doing that, some extra 38% crit damage. Resistance, he doesn't need accuracy. Well, he can use accuracy, but we're kind of building him without accuracy because we're just going to assume that he's going to go up against bosses. Corrupted Alliance and bosses cannot land critical hit on this champion, but more importantly right here, 50% chance in weaken debuff for 2 turns if the target's from Corrupted Alliance or a boss. So that's the key part, right? A boss. So that's going to work great against Hydra, and there's 4, then these weekends are going to be going on them quite a bit, and that is really going to ramp up this Nature's Wrath, and he will be getting an extra 15% damage over time. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, if you're before the end of the month, use promo code Sun Wukong. No. Use the promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, or if you want to get Thallon, which I'm showing on the screen, use the promo code Demon Slayer, one word, Demon Slayer, and you'll get the guy that we're talking about in today's video, in addition to the legendary Corrado Fox Hunter and the 3 epics. Actually, those are pretty good epics too. Very useful. Thallon Foulbeard. There we go. Bye for now.